industrial, drum and bass, break beats. These were the things that came about in the 90s and had a profound influence on how we heard music and alternative radio. But there was one group that rose above all of them, in my opinion, that had the greatest influence on me and what I heard, backed by one person. And that person that we're going to discuss today is Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails. What they did with the programming of the electronic drum machines, infusing that with acoustic drum sounds, and just the overall presentation of it was something new and exciting. And I'm going to go over how you could play those kind of beats on your acoustic drums, manipulating to sound to get electronic without using drum machines. Playing here in Las Vegas in the 90s was a great time for me. It was a time of really understanding who I was to become as a musician. Playing in the underground scene here with Liberty Zoo and Funkatripolictic and many other projects was nothing but absolute fun. And the music that I was hearing on the radio was definitely shaping what I would yet to become. And eventually that led me down the rabbit hole to listening to many, many different styles of music. I come from, like many musicians, living back east in Toledo, Ohio. I got my start playing in church and listening to a lot of Parliament Funkadelic records, all that early funk stuff. And that had a great influence on me. That's where I really learned the sense of the groove. But as time went on in the 80s, as many musicians know, drummers weren't used as much in those styles of music. We got replaced with drum machines. Bass players got replaced with Yamaha DX7 keyboards and Korg keyboards. We kind of felt like we were tossed like a heavy rock in the lake to sink down to the bottom and not be heard from again. But you did have a choice. It's either you stayed in the gospel realm or you had the opportunity to go play jazz fusion or country or something like that. I wasn't ready to go with those styles as my new home. I wanted to be more aggressive. I had a lot of anger in me in my younger days, and I felt that those styles of music did not allow me to express that kind of energy in the music. And hence, that's where alternative music came into my life. And it was a great period for me to develop. And one of the main groups that caught my ear was Nine Inch Nails. Like in many other videos that I've shared with you, when trying to emulate music that has heavily been produced with electronic sounds through drum machines, keyboards, and things of that nature, you want to take the approach with your kit and trying to emulate that. And especially if you don't want to end up triggering, which I'm very comfortable with doing. But that's not what this video is about. It's about getting close to what you've heard on a record using the tools that you already have. So don't be afraid to put studio rings, stack cymbals, use different types of drum heads. They don't always have to be by the same manufacturer. Detune your snares, loosen your snare wire, have fun, and use your ear to really zone in on what you want to achieve and emulating what you've heard. So when I think of my boy Trent Reznor, I think of someone who really put together some really awesome grooves, mixing styles and just going for it, putting distortion on snare drums and just doing unusual things with the whole drum sound itself. And that's why I approach this instrument like I have done. You'll see in some of the demonstrations that I have cymbals on the drums themselves, all types of things. And this is to help you understand that if you don't want to get into electronic drums and modules and stuff like that, you can alter the sound of your acoustic drums to meet the platform in which you're playing in. Have a lot of fun doing it. Here's another example. So I think that's about it. Summing everything up. Basically, how I feel, Trent and so many other great musicians from that 90s alternative rock scene did things, in my opinion, that was just pure genius. It really merged a lot of styles together in a very uncanny way. And he's still out there doing it, like so many artists from that period in time. They still have a lot of creativity left in them. So if they come to your town, check them out, support it. You just might, if you've never heard them before, like it. So with that being said, as always, I'm out. Peace. this program to bring you a special message from our sponsor. You know, I always keep forgetting to tell you something that's of great importance. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you like this here video. I have plenty more ideas and things to bring to you, so I can really use your support. And with that, I'm going to end this and enjoy my favorite kind of candy. Turn off the camera.